Alright, let's talk about what the Jaguar bassist knobs do. There's a lot of confusion on this on the internet, so I'll just break it down and tell you what I think they do. And you'll see people advising you to take the circuit apart and dismember it in different ways, so we'll talk about the mods that you could do to it if you want. Alright, what's weird about the Jaguar bass is the fact that they're Alnico magnets in the pickups. That's the same as a passive pickup. So to boost a passive pickup, I haven't seen anybody do it before. I'm just gonna be honest. Like I've heard of a lot of different boost. There is mid boost on different Stratocasters. Yeah, like there's an onboard boost circuit for the Eric Clapton model. People like it. I would feel this is kind of the same sort of theory that they're applying here. Like an increase in gain by adding power from the 9-volt battery. So the reason people would want to dismember it and take it off is that these pickups are made to be boosted. They're basically underwound pickups, which would be vintage correct. Weak pickups, like, which is kind of why I think it sounds better when you boost them. Like, without this boost knob, which is the boost knob for bass, it's called the bass boost knob. Without it, it just kind of sounds anemic. So I'll play the P pickup. I'm going to turn the J off, and I'll put the tone. This is the tone. I'll put it just halfway. We'll just play a little bit. Okay, so that is all the way bass boosted. We'll take the bass boost out. It sounds like a guitar almost. It just doesn't sound bassy enough to me. So you kind of have to have it on. We'll go halfway. You gotta at least have it halfway on. You know what I mean? Like, this is the bass boost. So if you took it off, it would sound vintage, but it wouldn't sound good. A lot of people don't like the vintage sounds of their 70s P bass or something. Really try to read about it. A lot of people have already modified their pickups, which is kind of why it's hard to find an original 70s P bass, which would be cool. Anyways, what's really touchy is this one. If you really try to crank up that tone knob, kind of get too much treble no matter where the bass boost is. I mean, it's okay. It doesn't do a lot. You could hear it. Yeah. Kind of adds noise. Doesn't do a lot. What really matters is setting this one. I kind of just set this one around like 3 and then play around with this one. Or play around with the pickups. Play around with the jazz pickup. Now the jazz pickup is a single coil pickup. So you hear the noise, hear the hum. If I take that out and put the P on, it's a humbucker, so it doesn't have hum. With both on, you get a little bit of hum, but it actually sounds good with both of them on. There's so many ways I could play this bass for you, but the main thing that's kind of weird about the Jaguar bass is that I feel since the neck is so thin, you pretty much have to preload the setting of it before you tighten the strings up. because it kind of moves the neck when you move the strings, like when you put it into tune. And it seems like the neck is very sensitive to vibration. So I think that's kind of what gives the jazz bass its little growl. You know, it's a jazz bass profile neck. It kind of growls, it shakes the windows. I wouldn't dismember the bass boost circuit. You gotta have that, man. It was designed for that. Otherwise, you're gonna have pretty weak pickups. I mean, they are Alnico pickups, but they're gonna be underwound. And anything else I can say about this bass? Tuners are holding up. Bridge is holding up. I shimmed the neck. I fret leveled it. I built a net for it. It's not really a beginner's bass to set up. It's touchy.